This is CNN News. I'm Jessie.
Hello, I'm Daniel.
Recently, the World Trade Center, which was destroyed through the 9/11 terror, completed the preliminary construction on November 13. Through that, many people recall the 9/11 terror again. Daniel, do you remember the 9/11 terror in 2001?
Honestly, at the moment I was too young, so I don't remember exactly, but that was the worst disaster of America, and I knew that the Islam's terrorist organization names Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airplanes which were going to California. Among those airplanes, 2 airplanes were departed from New York, were crashed into the twin towers of the Trade World Center. One airplane crashed into the Pentagon building in Virginia, and the first airplane crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. As a result, 3,000 people were dead. Until now, this accident was terrible to us.
Yes, that was very heartbreaking story for America. By the way, many people aren't sure that terrorist attack was caused by Al-Qaeda. Still, some people insist that terrorist attack is the self-fabricated scenario of America.
Right, so today we invite 3 specialists, Rachel, Julia, and Angela. Rachel and Julia found some articles and they have each perspective, so they will explain about their opinion. And finally, Angela is going to summarize and publish her own opinion. Now, we will invite Rachel first.
Hello, Rachel. Could you please introduce yourself briefly?
Hello, I'm Rachel. I'm specializing in international politics. Recently, I read some articles about 9/11 terror. There were many articles, and I found that there were 2 perspectives for this accident. So I had an interest about this bias.
Rachel, do you think the 9/11 terror was happened by terrorists?
Yes, I think so. Many of the media advanced their different opinions about 9/11 terror. 한국일보 published an article on September 12, 2001. In this article, you can see a bias that 9/11 terror was really happened. They describe with illustration. They said the tense situation of that time was exposed by telephone conversation of passengers in the kidnapped airplane. According to this article, passengers said to their family, terrorists are threatening passengers and cabin crew with deadly weapons and occupy the cockpit. Second, in this line, the voice of terrorist direct to pilot in English was captured by air controller. It is not just a realistic description. It is a specific clue of 9/11 terror because Rutgers University opened to the public the recording of that time. In this article, the media expressed their opinion with concrete explanation. You can know through these things. They think 9/11 terror was really happened by terrorists.
Thank you, Rachel. Your explanation and PPT was useful to understand your opinion. And now, let's hear Julia's opinion.
Could you explain to your opinion about 9/11 terror?
Hello, I'm Julia. My major is also international politics. As you can see, Yonhap News published an article on December 9, 2004, which showed the 9/11 attack is a fabrication of the United States government. It is focusing the 9/11 attack is made by themselves, giving 3 main twin building called WTC, World Trade Center, is collapsed by an inner bomb, not the airplane strike. To prove this argument, The article quoted Lee Robertson interview, who was a manager architect of twin building. And we take the answer. It is built against collision like airplane Boeing 707 or strong hurricane. Second, there are also unclear list of victims, so it said the airplane was just empty one, which has no passengers. Last evidence in this article is about Pentagon, the Department of Defense in US. In Pentagon terror, FBI and President George Bush said it was also attacks of the airplanes, but according to the spot survey, none of the residents could see the crashed airplane. Overall, it is saying the 911 attacks were an inside job by some political power group who wants war, oil, and finally global hegemony.
Thank you, Julia. Your explanation was too detailed, so I can simply see easily. Thank you.
Thank you.
Finally, we will invite Angela. She listens about social incident. Now she will tell her own opinion and third perspective. Hello, Angela.
Hello, I am Angela and I am an analyst of the ML company. As you can see, there were two separate opinions about 911 terror. First, the terror really happened by terrorists, and on the other side, the terror is fabrication of the American government. In this extent, we are missing something that is more important than the trigger of the terror. We should focus on the range of victims and pitiful lives of them. According to the Encyclopedia of Knowledge that is published on Naver, there were 2,500 to 3,000 of innocent victims. And also, there were uncountable financial losses. And after that, the American government declared the war to the terror, and there were also numerous innocent victims. I think it is time to consider what is the right attitude for the terror in developed society and how to act for the later terror. In my opinion, the government should expose the exact trigger of the terror to the public and establish peaceful solutions that generate fewer or any innocent victims. Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. Your opinion was so impressive to me. The station is now signing off for the night show.
Thank you and have a nice evening. Until now, this is CNN News.